You want value, you no good customers, you want value. You want, make me an offer I can't refuse. Let's try it. Well, make me an offer.
You're mixing your movies.
Make me an offer. That was it, right? But seriously, folks, this is one of the greatest values in the Rhone Valley. And we bandy about the term greatest value. We use it a lot here because we offer incomparable value as a store. That's what we do. It's why you shop with us. Oh yeah, and like the super cool wines you can't get anywhere else. But that factor alone makes this conversation, you know, it happens a lot. But in this case, we really can say that this is one of the ultimate value wines in the Rhone Valley, right? Because where else do you get the top wine of the vintage from a great appellation in the Rhone Valley in a top year for 30 bucks? 30. This isn't, we're not talking Reyes, you know, $1,000. We're not, you know, we're not talking even Gigondas, like, you know, the stuff from, you know, the higher end gear from St. Côme, you know, it's 150 bucks. We're not talking about even Lirac, right? Where that top Lirac wine from Morteray is like 60 bucks. Here, you can get the wine of the vintage in Vacqueyras for 30 friggin' bucks. Boom, here it is. From Domaine Couroulu, Domaine Le Couroulu. I can kind of say that one. You know, some of them, the whole Auxerre's thing, that was rough. But this one, yeah, I can kind of say. I guess that's a Couroulu. What is that? It's a bird with the long beak. I'm guessing that's a Couroulu. Founded by the Ricard family in the 1920s, they still own it today. These guys are old school. You want a website? Tough. How old school is that now? How OG is that? Even all you guys that think you're OG, you still have a friggin' website. Maybe you don't purposefully update it so you look cool and OG. But fact of the matter is these guys are so OG, they don't have a website. I wonder if the Ricard family has cell phones. Right? This is OG, baby. Founded in the 1920s, they make Vacqueyras Classique and Vacqueyras Vieilles, and this is the Vieilles, the old vines cuvée, with Grenache vines planted in 1932. That's pretty damn old. And then the Syrah, here's the clincher. The Syrah was planted in 1960. And here's what we have to remember. There's not a ton of old vine Syrah in the Southern Rhone. This was not a fashionable grape variety. In fact, this was the grape variety that the Northern Rhone used, right? Think about it. Think back. 64 years, right? 64 years. Think back. It's so young. Young vines. Sorry, inside joke. But the Syrah, I mean, this is in fact some of the oldest Syrah in the Southern Rhone Valley, because it really wasn't the grape variety that the Southern Rhone was into at the time. It was all about Grenache, Grenache. So having that type of Syrah as a component in this wine makes something truly remarkable. 75 Grenache, 25 Syrah. It's co-fermented, right? All concrete, aged all in concrete. How old school, classic, OG do you want? They got it for you. Couroulu. And you know, funny thing is we've sold these guys off and on, and you know, the kind of the old school guys, all right, can sometimes be idiosyncratic with their wines. Like sometimes the wine might be like a little sideways or something some years, which makes them adorable, right? That's why a lot of people adore, like, you know, Tempier and Brettanomyces. Oh, I didn't say that? Oh my God. But you know, there's a lot of these great estates that the eccentricities of the wine help develop the cult and reputation of the estate. And Couroulu has its eccentricities. Actually, a few folks in Vacqueyras do, right? Sang de Caillou and some of these other guys. People embrace these eccentricities as coolness. Now, for you guys that love the eccentricities more than the great wines, you'll be sorely disappointed with this wine, because this wine is just pure as the driven snow, baby. This wine is gorgeous. You know, when we first tasted it, and did the deal. We tasted a bottle of Corvind for 3 or 4 days, punched a few times. And when you get that little trace of oxidation going through the wine. But still, the raw materials were so amazing. We knew that we had something. So when we opened the fresh one, like just right now, here we get that verticality that we knew was going to be in the wine, just missing because of the Corvind, because Grenache is an oxidative grape variety. So if you use the Corvind a bunch of times on a bottle of Grenache, that wine will oxidize faster than if you used it, say, on a Mourvèdre, or you used it on a Tempranillo or something, where the wine's got more, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, this wine has all that. I've had a few of those top wines from Vacqueyras in 2019, and damn, Jaina, this is one of the wines of the vintage. Textbook. Spicy, peppery, cran raspberry, but with a darker fruit profile here. Because that 25% old vine Syrah, you get the meat, you get the pepper, kind of invading the space of the Grenache, but in the finest way. The components are beautifully meshed, and the Syrah actually creates more of a high tone mojo here. I don't know what clone of Syrah it is, I'm not that nerdy, but what I can tell you is that the Syrah gives this wine a vibrancy that other wines from the appellation in 2019 may not have. I think it's a key component here, and you don't taste the Syrah so much as you feel it. The Grenache is still front and center, but this wine darkens the center, enriches the wine, gives focus, vibrancy, and structure, and you still got that nearly 100-year-old Grenache playing its song. Wow, what a wine. The top wines in Vacqueyras, just like the top wines in Gigondas, can easily compare with the top wines in Châteauneuf-du-Pape. Same soils, same mojo, same winemaking or lack thereof, same grape varieties, same vine age. So you're just looking at straight, pure value here. You can get an okay entry-level Châteauneuf at this price, but you can get the Vacqueyras wine in the vintage for $29.98. That's just exquisite, man. I love this stuff.